Good morning, everybody. I'm back. I've been under the weather for the last couple weeks, as some of you guys know. And anyhow, I've been a busy girl, even though I've been not feeling well. So anyhow, I think I'm finally on the mend here. I still have some congestion and some coughing, but overall, I'm still doing well. I figured it was just easier to take the week off last week rather than try to, fight it. So, anyhow, I hope y'all have had a fabulous week. Thank you so much for the heart me. I've received so many messages from you guys checking on me. I really appreciate that. Sorry, I'm kind of squirmy here. Let me get set up here. So, this morning I'm working on what I'm calling the Interstellar blanket. It's really pretty. It's the modern granny. And I started with a center stripe here, you can see. I'm going to start another one of these this week, and I'll kind of show you how I started this. But since I'm easing back into today, I figured I'd take it easy and just kind of, work on this modern granny. And then we'll get into how to start one later this week. But I'm using three different colors. So the black you see here is, yes, because I'm fancy, Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway black. The teal that you see here is Big Twist, and it's in the colorway Sapphire. And then this really pretty variegated that I'm using, it's like blue, and it's got some teal and light blue, and then some black in it. Pretty colors. Again, I know I'm super fancy, y'all. Mainstays, believe it or not. Wally World Special. It is a 4 medium weight acrylic. I'm using a size I9 hook today, but it is really pretty yarn. So I thought they kind of played nice together and would make up kind of a fun blanket. So, anyhow, that's what I am doing this morning. Victoria, good morning. Sandy, good morning. Becky is here. Carrie, good morning. I've missed seeing all of you guys as well. As you know, I've been under the weather, so I'm officially back. Hopefully, I still remember how to do this, y'all. Um, but I'm going to get started. This project I'm working on this morning, as I mentioned, is a modern granny. So basically, I'm just going around and around and around, and it is rectangle shape. This is going to be a wheelchair blanket. I started with a center here, and I'm going to make a new one of these later on in the live this week, probably Thursday. I think tomorrow I'm going to work on some flower squares that I've got, and then start a new one of these on Thursday. So the row that I'm doing right now, I am setting myself up. You can kind of see it here with the teal color. I am doing uh, a chain of three, and then you do a single crochet in between. I'm almost done with this black, and then I'll be changing to the multicolor. I'm kind of alternating colors here. And I know the black is going to be a little harder to see, but hopefully it's not horrible. So without further ado, let me get back to work on this here. Uh, yeah, I'm feeling better. Mods, good morning. Thank you for the heart me. Appreciate that. Um, guys, I need to do the March subscriber celebration. I did not get to it in March because I was sick. Oh, it says YouTube is not playing. Is anybody else on YouTube that you can hear me or not hear me? Let me turn on the live chat here so I can see. Sorry, I had that off. Like I said, it's going to take me a minute to get back in the routine here. Can you guys hear on YouTube, those that are watching me over there? Looks like we've got 6 people. Can anybody hear me, or do I need to reset it? Let me just reset it. I might have to completely unplug here. 1 second. This morning I had to make a whole new thing. I don't know what its deal was. Okay, Mama Wheeler, can you guys confirm on YouTube? Can y'all hear me over there? Stephanie's here this morning. Stephanie, can you hear me okay over on YouTube? Kimberly says she can hear me. Okay, perfect, perfect. Sorry. Somebody said they can't. Jody said you can't see on YouTube. Other people can see on YouTube. Try exiting Jody and go back out on YouTube and then come back in and see if that helps. Other people are over there watching, so I think it might be your feed on that. So, what I'm doing here, guys, the row below, I have done just your traditional granny where I've done 3 double crochets, and I didn't chain or anything in between here. I just did 3 and then I moved to the next group and then I did another 3 and I just kept moving myself along. Once you get done with that row, you can see this black. What I'm doing now is I'm coming back and I'm setting myself up for the next row. So the way that I do that is I chain 3, I skip over these 3 stitches, and then I move right into this space and I do a single crochet. So I just kind of tack that down. So this little chain that I'm making here, again, I apologize, it's black, it's kind of hard to see. Um, that is going to be where we're going to add our next color. So how you see this turquoise here, we're going to be working under that chain. So very easy. I chain 3 and then I single crochet into the space. Heart learning, the blue that you see right here, this right here is Big Twist in the colorway Sapphire. I just had some of this in my stash. You guys can see there, Sapphire. It's really pretty. It's kind of like well, it's like a sapphire blue. It's kind of I wouldn't say it's more. It's not really teal, but it's not really like uh, baby blue or anything like that. It's a really, really pretty blue. And I thought it looked nice with this Mainstays. So the variegated, this is what color I'm going to be using next. This is Mainstays. I got this at Wally World, and it's called Blue Blend. But I thought that teal sapphire color, I thought it looked nice together. I was going to maybe do this royal blue with this blanket, this color here, like I think of like game day blue, like sports teams. But I didn't think it would stand out enough against the black. So that's why I didn't go with that color there. I think it also would have looked nice had I done maybe the baby blue out of that and kind of use that as an accent. But I had that sapphire, so I figured, well, why not? We'll use it. Let's see. Sorry, y'all, if I missed some of your comments this morning, bear with me here as I'm trying to get back on track. Um, so again, single crochet, chain 3. Now go right in between into this space here, and we're going to do a single crochet and just kind of tack that down. And just keep working your way along this side. I'm doing a chain of 3 and then a single crochet. So I'm not working into the top of the stitches. I'm just going right in between these two into that space and doing my single crochet. Now, some people, when they work the modern granny, they will work it in the opposite direction. And one of the things that I like to do is I work all in the same direction. I just go around and around and around and around. There's lots of different opinions on this. There's lots of different videos on how to do it. Rose Garland Creations. Good morning, new subscriber. Don't have Big Twist in Australia. Yeah, Big Twist for us is been sold by Joanne Fabrics. It was one of their house brands, and so honestly, the Big Twist line, none of us are really sure what's going to happen fully with that line of yarn. If somebody else is going to pick it up and carry it, we really don't know. But any color, turquoise you have could totally work with that. It's just a 4-weight acrylic. So, pretty standard yarn. You could make this pattern with a DK weight as well. Okay, so now I'm going to snip off. I've finished all of my chaining here, and we're going to change colors. Hey, Kendra, good morning from Northwest Georgia. Good morning from Northeast Alabama. I bet we're pretty close to each other. I'm in Rainsville. couple weeks ago, I was over in Rome, Georgia. Is that in your neck of the woods? Vicky is here this morning. Good morning, Vicky. Welcome, welcome. Vicky's one of our subscribers here. Vicky, I'm going to be doing the subscriber giveaway about 8 o'clock this morning. So the mods will remind me. I've already got the little thing all set up, and the subscriber giveaway for March. Okay. Um, oh, Kendra is in Rome. Yeah, that's I. If we got to go to the where the cool kids are, we go over to Rome. I went over to Michael's there, but I'll tell you that Michael's is kind of disappointing. Um, this is the subscriber celebration gift for March. If I'm sorry, guys, I normally do it the last week of March, and I was out sick last week. So anyhow, that is the little book that I'm going to be giving away. And like I said, we'll do this about 8. I really like this book. You can pick this up on Amazon, but it's really neat. It's got the little borders. It's all it's a whole book of borders. It shows you the little diagram, but it also has all of the written directions. So it's kind of got a little for everybody, but really nice diagrams. I'm a big diagram person. That's my thing. So I feel like this is a really cool book. Now, if you're a subscriber and you do win and you already have this, just let me know. Look at the little flowers. Isn't that cute? I don't know what I would use that for, but it is different. All sorts of different, sorts of different borders. Really, really cool book. The other thing you can do, guys, the reason why I like this is see how they've got it in the corner here. So let's say I'm working on this blanket, and I want to know how the border would look. You can take your little blanket and pop the little border on it and kind of get a visual. Isn't that cool? I kind of like that. Sorry, my lap isn't big enough. I'm having a hard time kind of showing that. But you could, flip through your pages and just kind of get a visual of, oh, maybe this border would be cool on this, right? And you can kind of, it helps to visualize. So yeah, lots of different borders. Let's see, I think there's 150 different borders. Really cool. But anyhow, Amazon has this. Uh, Edie Ekman, Around the Corner Crochet Borders. I know some of you guys already have this book, but like I said, if you're a subscriber and you win for March and you already have this, just DM me with something else that you would like, and I'll hook it up. Okay. Uh, Kiss My Biscuits. Are you able to do a screenshot? It's called Crochet Borders Around the Corner. I got this on Amazon. Hey, Shailene, good morning. Guys, I'm back. Thank you all so much for the gifts this morning. As you know, I've been under the weather and sick for the last week and a half. I still have a little bit of congestion, but I am much, much better. I didn't even try last week to go live. So that's why we're going to do the March celebration today. Hey, Caroline, good morning. And I did go back and pick up some of your um, subscribers' subscriptions expired. I included on there those that were still active during that time. Okay. So I've added all my little chains here. Okay. Now I'm going to work in the corner. One thing I like to do, guys, when I'm doing this, you can see I finished over in this corner over here. Okay. This is where I ended. When I'm working in the round like this and I'm changing colors, what I like to do is rotate my blanket and choose a different corner to start out with. So I'm going to go all the way over here, and we're going to start with this new color yarn here. This is Mainstays yarn. I got this at Wally World because I'm fancy, fancy, fancy. Hey, Hannah, good morning. We missed crocheting along to your live. I'm glad you're back and feeling better. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it really got me pretty good. Um, Brenda says I'm doing one with mandala. Is it mandala striping yarn? I love this stitch. I know it's so easy. I did quite a number of these guys while I was sick with wheelchair size, just because I felt like my brain wasn't really working very good to do anything complicated. So here I am in the corner. You can see this was our chain of 3 we did here. And I'm going to do just what we did right here. You can see it in the turquoise. We did 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then 3 double crochets. I'm going to start with a standing double crochet. And the way that I do that is I do a slip knot here on my hook, and then I hold this tail. Because what I need to do is I need to get another loop on my hook here. So you can see I have 2. If you let go of your tail and don't secure that, what will happen is that little stitch will spin off on you. So I hold my little tail, yarn over, get my second loop here, then I go down into the space, kind of turn my hand forward. You got to keep holding onto this tail. And I transfer the job of holding that guy over to this thumb. That frees up my hand so I can do my next stitch. I yarn over, grab up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Now, if you can't do a standing double crochet, you could always do a chain of 3 here. You could also do a stacked single crochet, whatever you feel like, you know, works well for that. So now I'm going to do 2 more double crochet. So that is our first little grouping of 3. Now I'm going to chain 2, and right back into this corner space, I'm going to do our next 3 double crochets. Thank you so much for the gifts this morning. Victoria and Lefty, I see you there. Hillary, I am back. So there is our corner. I've really missed seeing y'all. It was so strange not to go live and say hi to everybody, but honestly, guys, I was so congested and I was coughing so much. I just didn't think it made sense to for me to try to go live and fight through all that. Not to mention, my brain was kind of mush. You know what I mean? Like when you get sick and you're just not thinking clearly. And so I didn't want to push it. I still did a lot of crocheting while I was off the live. But I just took I was out for about a week and a half. Hillary says, "Oh dang, I thought you went on vacation." Yeah, no, I was really sick, Hillary. Like I said, I'm doing better. I still have a little congestion, but I feel like this week I'm finally able to kind of think clearly and be able to at least talk about crochet and make sense. Wow, that is awesome. Goal achieved. Thank you, Anvil. I miss seeing y'all. I miss my friend Anvil. I didn't get to chat with her this last week. Normally we do a lot of chatting offline. So anyhow, I hope everybody is doing well, and yes, I'm very glad to be back. Thank you guys all so much for the gifts this morning. I appreciate that. Let me set up a new goal here. We're really close to 13,000 followers, if you can believe such a thing. Never would have thought it in my life. But let's just do some roses this morning. Yeah, this blue is really pretty. This variegated that I'm doing right now, this is Mainstays. And it is the colorway blue something, blue blend. But yeah, Mainstays. I got this at Wally World. Really pretty yarn, and I just thought it looked nice with the black and the teal. I am using a size I9 hook this morning. Now, guys, on the link tree, I did put a link to where I watched somebody make this blanket. Now, of course, in my typical rebel fashion, I go off and kind of do something a little different. Um, but one of the things I like to do is I just crochet around and around and around. A lot of people change directions, and I don't change directions. But this is it's called the Modern Granny, and it's a very, very easy blanket to do. And so it was nice, when I wasn't feeling very well, to kind of work on one of these. But into the chain spaces, what I'm doing is I'm placing 3 double crochets. So here's one, another double crochet, and 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to work to this next chain space, which we just did these, and I'm not going to do any chains or anything. I'm just going to do 3 double crochets right into that chain space. And they, like I said, they call this the modern granny. I think there's other names for it as well. But it is just a really nice blanket to work in the round. And I'm doing this wheelchair size. Now, I'm going to start a new one of these later this week, and I'm going to show you guys how I make my center. I do my center a little different than some people do, but I just feel like it has a little more rigidity and it's a little more stable. And so I'll show you guys probably Thursday, I will start a new one of these. Um, but what I'm talking about is here in the center. This is how I make my center here. So I actually do the chain, then I turn my work and I come back and I do a single crochet. And then I do my 3 double crochet groups in that. And so a lot of times people will just do the chain. And if you've made this blanket with a chain, there's nothing wrong with uh, doing the chain. I just like it when I come back and do this single crochet. I feel like it gives this part right here a little more stability. It just makes it a little stronger. So we'll talk about that later this week. I did for this wheelchair size, it's going to work out to be about 35 by 45. Um, and I did a total of 37 chains. And that's how I got this center part right here, this little rectangle. And Sue said, I'd like to know how you made the center. Yeah, so Sue, on Thursday morning, I'm going to start a new one of these blankets. I think tomorrow I'm going to work on some flower squares that I've got in the works. We've worked on them before, the little daisy. I just need to spend some more time with that project. And since it is my month, I can't believe it's already April. Can you believe that? Hey, Lady Crochet, good morning. Can't believe it's already April. It's really crazy. But yeah, it's my month. For those that don't know, if you're a new follower, my name is April. So I always say it's my month. And it isn't today April 1st? Is it April Fool's Day? I should have made a little sticker for April Fools. Vicky said it's crazy how fast we're going through 2025. I know, isn't it? Just flying by. Shailene says she did this pattern and finished a blanket a few weeks ago. It is April Fool's Day. Have you all seen the paw print square? It is so cute. Yeah, somebody was making that on the Discord. I saw somebody posted their little paw print squares, little puppy dog squares. Super, super cute. Uh, like a feather in the wind. Time is speeding up as I get older. I know, right? Queen 530 says, it would have been my father's 100th birthday. Well, happy birthday, Papa, who's looking down on us. I believe he's watching us and keeping an eye on all of us. 100 years. Yeah, I was not born in April. My dad chose my name. I was actually born in June, but he really liked the name April. It was probably a 90s thing or seven. I was born in 75, I guess. So maybe a 70s thing. I know there's a lot of people my age that have the name April as well. So anyhow, pretty. I'll tell you, it was a kind of a cheesy, cute name when I was little. I swear I would try to get in trouble, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get in trouble. Ah, yeah, nice, Vicky. I like that little happy birthday sticker. Fun, fun. So, what have you guys all been working on while I've been gone? I've missed chatting with you all. What have you guys been working on? I'm dying to know. Have you guys been finishing projects? I've seen a lot of stuff on the Discord popping up as y'all are finishing projects. Of course, you guys, some of you have seen me over on Maggie's Live. I've been still kind of out there a little bit, even though I've been under the weather. I did work on a blanket that Maggie is working on, which is the virus blanket by Fiber Spider. I I did work on one of those, and I finished my little rectangle size. Kate says, I thought I was missing you. Glad to see you're back. Yeah, Kate, I was sick. I've been under the weather, and I finally feel well enough this week to come back and check in on you guys. Yeah, I've been missing y'all. I've missed all your projects. Um, Feather in the Wind has a birthday this month. I bet. Do we have a lot of April birthdays this month? Nana said, red freehand lace crochet shawl. Oh, that sounds nice. Betty's working on a lemon peel baby blanket. Finished my stepdaughter's moss stitch. First time doing the moss stitch. You know, that's one of them that's been on my list, but I haven't done a moss stitch myself. Sue said baby blankets. Two nieces and nephews are all expected on the same time. Wow. You've got your hands full, Sue. You're going to have a lot of blankets to make, it sounds like. Kate made and completed a huge granny square blanket. Nice, nice. Uh, I thought TikTok was being mean. I know. I posted on the Discord that I was out sick, but I didn't make any videos on TikTok to tell everybody I was out sick. I'm sorry, guys. I just honestly, I didn't feel like doing anything. I was really under the weather. But I'll show y'all some of the stuff that I made while I was sick, if y'all want to see. So I've been watching Maggie Unicorn, and she is making one of these blankets. This is the virus blanket by Fiber Spider, and I worked on this. You can see it's really cute. It's the little owl pattern. If you guys are familiar with it, you've got your two eyes and then a little beak. This is Red Heart ombre yarn. You know, the tree bark stuff. But I did get this finished. So this is actually rectangle size. And I started with the same center here as the one I'm doing today. So you can see here, the virus blanket typically is worked in a square. But of course, I'm doing a lot of wheelchair blankets as part of my project for 2025. So you can see I did the same center here. Once you kind of have this center, you can use it to make a lot of different types of rectangle. But you can see the beautiful like shells that it makes. And so anyhow, I finished that blanket. I did put a little ruffled edge on it. And I thought that turned out kind of nice. So that's kind of how I finished it. I finished the Sunset Mai Tai blanket, which a lot of you guys saw me make this on the live. I've been weaving in the ends, but this blanket I got finished while we were offline. Sunset Mai Tai, really pretty. So pinks and yellows and magenta. There's you can go back and rewatch this on YouTube. And I was going to work on the live last week, or maybe it was the week before. This is the burgundy ombre blanket that I started. This is the same pattern that I'm working on right now, where you can see I've got the rectangle center again. If you see that, the burgundy this is like a wine color. But I did the same thing. This is the granny blanket. And then I just did a little shell border on this one. So I got this one finished while y'all were missing me. And then I'll do the drawing in just a second, guys. I've got one more I finished while y'all were gone. This one I did. This is the, again, same center, right? This is, again, another modern granny I did. This one had a black center. And then I did gray with this variegated pink. And I thought it turned out really nice. And then I did, again, the little shell border on it. So this one's wheelchair size as well. But I thought it turned out really pretty. The wine blanket, this one right here, this yarn is Premier Ombre yarn. I got it from Premier, and it's really pretty. They have other colors, and this yarn is. My husband's calling me. I don't know why. Um, I might have to text him. I don't know if I can text him without doing the. Let me pause for just a minute here, guys. Sorry. Let me see if I know how to pause. Give me 1 second here. How do I pause? Cancel. I don't know how to pause. Pause. Here we go. I found it. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm back. uh I texted him. I don't know. Hopefully it's not something urgent. Anyhow, this burgundy yarn, guys, this is Premier ombre yarn. And I got this from Premier. Um, you can buy it directly from their site, but it's really nice and soft. So, like when I do the ombre yarn, this blue yarn from Red Heart, this is like tree bark. And the other thing I don't like sometimes, do you see this right here? Do you see this green splotch? A lot of this blue yarn that I was using, it's not something that I put on the yarn. It actually came like that. And sometimes you get that with Red Heart. It's throughout this blanket. Now, when I wash this, hopefully some of that will go away, but I don't know if it is going to. You can see another splotch there. I tried to hide it in and I did cut some of that out and redo it, but I'm going to make another one of these on the live probably next week. Okay. If you guys want to see how to do that. In the meantime, I know Maggie Unicorn has been working on one, so you could tune into her live as well. Guys, let me get caught up on the comments here. Joni said, I started the virus blanket, but I don't like the yarn. I chose to frog it. Yeah, that's okay, Jody. Sometimes, or Joni, that happens to all of us. Sometimes if the yarn isn't like working out quite right or something like that, it's okay uh, to frog it. I think that's totally fine. I've done that before. Let's see. Uh, Cheryl's working on a corner to corner baby blanket. Kelly said she started a conversation blanket um, from the crochet crowd. Cool, cool. I love the crochet crowd. Vero's finishing up the Pooh baby blanket. Nice. Let's see. Cheryl finished a ripple blanket. I'm going to do the drawing in just 1 second. Uh, sorry, guys, I am getting over a bit of a cold. So I'll go as long as I can. I was off last week because I was, yeah, Wheeler is brave to crochet with black yarn. I have to tell you, Hannah, um, my dog, Diesel, you all know Diesel, he took off with my skein of yarn the other day. I looked out my office window and there was lavender yarn zigzagging across my backyard. Seriously, he had the whole skein outside, and it was anyhow, it was a disaster. And so anyhow, Mr. Diesel and I had a little discussion about yarn, and yes, he did get a little thump on the butt because I can't have him like tearing up mom's yarn, you know. And I'll tell you what, not 10 minutes later, I looked the other direction out my office, and that little turd had taken my skein of black yarn, ripped up the label, and had black yarn all throughout my house, from my chair all the way to the kitchen, into the dining room, around the dining room legs, around the bar stools, back over to his dog bed where he was trying to like destroy my skein. Absolutely crazy. Um, Rebel Chick says, frog it, I'm new. Frogging means when you tear out your yarn. Okay. So, for example, if I was going to tear out this that I'm working on, say I don't like this, and I rip this out, frogging is, rip it, rip it, ribbit, ribbit. It's like we call it frogging. So it's just a little pet name that we use um, in crochet. Rip it out. Rip it, rip it. Maggie is here this morning. Hey, good morning, Maggie. Y'all, if you're not following Maggie, I highly recommend her channel over here on TikTok. Feel free to give her a follow if you guys want to pin her comment. Um, so anyhow, my dog is Diesel is a little Rottweiler, and he was just having fun. He was going crazy. Okay, guys. So I need to do the subscriber giveaway for February. Or it's not February, March. So what it is today, we're doing the crochet borders for all of the subscribers. I was out sick last week, so we missed it. And I'm not going to show the wheel on the live, guys, because I don't want to get flagged, and that happened last time. So on the list, I'm going to read off who are subscribers for uh, March were. We had Amy, Vicky, Anvil, Dana K, Donna White, Hillary Jeanette, Gen X, Joan Floriano, Jody, just a Gen X girl, Lefty Crocheter, Macy, Maha Hussein, Marla Dix, Mellow Crochet, Mrs. Tommy, Pam's Beach Vibes, Queen 530, and Sparky. So those are everybody who are on the list for uh, March. And this is the book we're going to spin for right now. So let me do some shuffles here. And let me go ahead. I'm going to tap to spin right now. And let's see if we can get ourselves a winner. And if you are the winner and you already have this book, you can just DM me and we can choose something else. Oh, I dropped my phone here. So, Mellow, you are the winner. Mellow. I will send you a message. Sorry, YouTubers, I dropped my phone. Let me get. It's like I'm a rookie uh, learning how to go live again. Okay. I dropped you YouTubers on your head. I'm sorry. uh, April special. It's like I've forgotten how to go. Oh, Mello is here this morning. Yay. I'm so excited. I got this book off Amazon. I really like it. Uh, uh, Anvil said I didn't feel a thing when I dropped you on your head. I'm sorry, y'all. Uh, okay, so the thing I really like about this book, if you guys haven't seen it, this is a book of all different crochet borders. And it has not only the picture, but it also has the diagram, which I do dearly love. And then it also has all of the written directions. And the really cool thing about this book is you can take your project that you're doing. So let's say I'm working on this blanket here, and you want to get a little, sorry, my lap is not big enough here. You want to get a visual of how this border would look. You can actually like put your project up to it and kind of get a feel for, oh, that might look kind of cool, and do some experimentation of how it's going to look. So that's one thing I really kind of like about this book. But there's 150 different borders, lacy borders, complex borders, all sorts of different borders. So it's a pretty cool book to have. I like this one with the different shells. I do a lot of shells on my blankets, but it's a pretty neat book. So anyhow, congratulations, Mello. Thank you for supporting the channel and for being a subscriber. I really appreciate that. Of course, we'll do something again for the month of April. Not sure what yet, but we will definitely do something. In the meantime, I've lost my crochet hook. Here it is. And I'm going to get back to working on this blanket here this morning. I've got a lap full of projects that I finished. But this is the modern granny that I'm doing. And I'm just kind of alternating some of these colors. Drifting by, if you want to do a screenshot, I got this off Amazon. It's by Edie Ekman, Crochet Borders. The giveaways are for anyone who is a subscriber. So if you're a subscriber to my channel on TikTok, this is for TikTok. If you're a subscriber, I do typically one giveaway a month for all of the subscribers, just to say thank you for supporting the channel. So as long as you're a subscriber, over on YouTube, you can, that's different. I don't have any paid subscribers over there. So this is just for the TikTok subscribers. Of course, follows are free, screen traps are free. Appreciate all of you that tune in. You don't have to be a subscriber, it's not an obligation, but it just helps me to get more yarn and, you know, kind of do that type of thing and bring more stuff to y'all. Mostly it's to support the yarn and work on new projects and stuff. Vicky says, I won yarn chicken for my border. Nice, nice. Mama Wheeler was working on her project. She was doing some yarn chicken and she won too. So in the corners, I do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. The yarn that I'm using today, guys, if you're just tuning in, the black is Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo in the colorway black because I'm fancy that way with my red heart. The turquoise color here is the colorway Sapphire, and this is Big Twist, okay? This variegated yarn that I'm using here, again, another fancy yarn today, is Mainstays, and I got it at Wally World, believe it or not. But it's actually a really nice yarn. It's not too rough. It's really pretty, and I thought the blue was kind of fun. This is the colorway Blue Blend. I also got, there's like a red and pink and white blend. I also got that one. There's a black and white. I got that one. And I can't remember if there's another one, but yeah, Wally World Deluxe. How about that? And this is the Modern Granny that I'm working on, guys. And there are links on the link tree for, excuse me. This is why I didn't go live last week because I had this horrible cough. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyhow, I like to do the little variegated. It just gives it a nice little accent row. And I'm going to start a new Modern Granny rectangle size on Thursday. Okay. A lot of you guys have messaged me about wanting to do the rectangle and how do I do my center. And I'm going to pick a color that's very easy to see. This black is not as easy to see on the live. I apologize. I kind of was working on this while I was sick. I really liked these colors. So when I do a blanket on Thursday, it'll be colors that are nice and easy to see. And we're going to start from the very center. So we'll start in the very center here. This is where I start with my rectangle. And a lot of times the videos, they start with a chain right here. Of course, I started with a chain, but I came back and I actually added single crochets. So it makes this part a little more stable for your blanket, a little stronger. And we will do that on Thursday. We're going to start one from the very beginning, okay? Um, Lynn, I bought the colors separate. So I've got my big twist. Here's the big twist. I've got this in this color. And then I've got this variegated. And then, of course, I've got my black that the dog tried to run off with, the full skein. Of course, he ate my label and everything. Oh, to have a puppy, y'all. um, Thursday, I start at 7:30 Central Time. And I'll be on tomorrow as well. So if you're a new follower, I've seen some new followers pop up this morning. Thank you so much for the follows this morning. If you don't know, my name is April. And I come on live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings at 7:30 Central Time. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on some daisy squares. I worked on those a little bit. It's kind of a project that I have in the works. So I'm going to work on that a little bit tomorrow. And then I'm going to start that new blanket on Thursday. So I make a lot of wheelchair blankets for 2025. I do make other things as well, baby blankets, granny squares. I do some amigurumis, and I just do a variety of different things. I try to do something different on the live every day, and I do explain how to do a lot of stitches and how stitches are constructed. Today, we're doing kind of an easy blanket. For those that don't know, I've been out sick for the last week and a half, and I haven't been coming live, and I still have a little congestion. And so today I just wanted to do something a little easier as we kind of ease back in. Let's let mama kind of ease back in. But tomorrow I will be talking about daisy squares and working on those. And so I figured it would just give us an opportunity to kind of get caught back up and get our little groove back. Make sure I still remembered how to go live, in other words, right? Um, so where's my lint roller? I'll tell you this. I mentioned earlier, the dog took off with my yarn, and I'll tell you, I feel like I'm having a lint roll nonstop on this project because when you drag black yarn across your floor, I don't know if anybody's ever had that happen to them. I'll tell you, it picked up every piece of lint and dust and dog hair that is in my house. I'll tell you, he had that yarn all the way around the house. Sheila says, April, have you seen the chick purses yet? I'm in love with them. I haven't seen those. I'll have to look. Chicken purses. I'll have to look. If you have a link, if you could share it on the Discord, that would be awesome. I'm sure other people would be interested. I'll have to check it out though. I'm always looking for new stuff to do. But we're doing a lot of wheelchair blankets this year. For me, it's my goal for 2025 I set for myself. My father passed away in December, and he was an Army vet. And in his honor, I'm making wheelchair blankets to donate to Sabre Healthcare, just to kind of give back and a little tribute to my dad. So I am thinking for Thursday, I want to do like kind of a veterans. Oh, Discord link needs refreshed. Really, I just updated it yesterday. What is up with that Discord link? I swear I need somebody else to have access to the link tree so they can try to update it. Because I think the Discord link absolutely hates me. It's so frustrating. I don't know why it gives me such a hard time. Um, so anyhow, here's our corner. We do 3 double crochets, chain 2 3 double crochets. I will update the Discord link again, guys, when I get off the live. I'm sorry it's not working. Like I said, I just updated yesterday because I knew I was coming on live today, and I put the links for this blanket here on the Discord or on the link tree. I'm disappointed it's not working. Anyhow, we will get that updated after the live. I'll get that updated and try to do a refresh. I might have to delete it completely and then redo it. I've had to do that a lot as well. Gen X, thank you so much for the gifts. And thank you guys all so much for the screen taps this morning. I really appreciate it. I've seen the little hearts flying up. 12.3 thousand likes. And thank you over on YouTube, those that are watching that gave the video a thumbs up this morning. I really appreciate that. It's been a while since I've been live, and excuse me, I'm kind of getting a little hoarse as I've been talking. Um, have people copy the link into the browser. It does it to everybody. Oh yeah, that's what is happening. I think if you try to you have to open the link tree in an external browser. The link works. I just used it. Okay, Gen X, thank you so much. So open the link in an external browser, guys, if you are trying to get on the Discord and see if that works for you. For some reason, it doesn't like the phones. I don't know why it does that. And thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Lisa is knowledgeable. Give Lisa a follow, guys. She is a fabulous crocheter. She's one of my friends here on TikTok. Um, it's a TikTok issue, not a phone issue. Oh, thank you, Hannah. See, what would I do without all y'all? So knowledgeable. Everybody's so knowledgeable. I appreciate it. Paula, thank you so much for the heart me. Appreciate that. A lot of members of the team popping up this morning. Uh, looks like Team Quest and Team Power have been unlocked this morning. Thank you guys all for sending the heart me's. Pam, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Hey, Paula, good afternoon. Paula is joining us from the UK. Lots of people all over watching us this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you're at. Copy the link into your browser. So if you're on your phone, go to your browser to get the Discord link if you want to access that. Discord, for those that are asking, Discord is an online chat server. So one of the things that's frustrating with TikTok, um, when you DM somebody, you can't send them a picture, you can't send them a video. So let's say I'm working on this project, right? And I have a question about a stitch, or I just want to show, the project that I'm working on, right? I can't, like, if I wanted to send a picture of this to, my friend Maggie, right? Or if I wanted to send a picture over to, any of you all, I can't send a picture. If I had a question, I can't send y'all a picture. It's frustrating. And so the Discord server is like an online chat room where you can message and you can share pictures and you can video chat. And so it just is a way that you can share information. And I don't know how many people are on the Discord at this point. I think there's quite a number. And so we just, as we're working on projects, we share our works in progress. If we see a good deal on yarn, because we're all a bunch of yarn junkies, a good sale or something, we'll post a link to the yarn. If you have a link to a free pattern and you want to share it, you could do that. It's just kind of another way to, work in the crochet community and share information. And it's just kind of another social thing without having to be like on Facebook or, oh, yeah, 173 Discord members. So thank you, Gen X. Appreciate that. So it's just a fun way for us to share our projects and chat with each other and not have all the, rules. We do have some guidelines to follow. We, ask people to keep it respectful and all that. But it's a fabulous group. So a lot of the OGs that are here every day are over there on the Discord, and you can follow us over there, but you don't have to. It's entirely up to you. The blanket that I'm working on this morning, guys, this is the Modern Granny. And I'm going to be starting a new one of these from scratch on Thursday at 7:30. I haven't picked my colors yet. So, does anybody have an opinion on what color I should do next? I haven't done a veterans red, white, and blue blanket in a while. I thought that might be a kind of nice colorway to do. I also have some natural colors like more earthy tones, like some greens and something that's more like natural looking. Hannah said army green. I do have some uh, camo yarn that I have made a blanket with before, so I do have some camo. I've got some blue colors, just some uh, blue. I'm not really feeling like working on blue because honestly, I just finished this blanket right here. This is by Fiber Spider. Maggie's been working on this, and she inspired me to make this blanket. This is a wheelchair blanket that I finished a couple days ago. So I just worked with all this blue. So honestly, I'm not really feeling like blue. Um, Army camo and green. Yeah, I think I'm kind of feeling like doing a camo blanket. I have some. I have some. What am I doing here? I have some camouflage yarn. Um, So I'm kind of feeling like camo or like an earthy green might be kind of a fun colorway to do next. And I also have some like brown camo, like more like deserty. It's got light brown and dark brown and tan. I thought that might be kind of a fun way to do it. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Lynn said that's a pretty virus blanket. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to make another one of those on the live. So, a lot of the virus blankets, when you make them, they are square shaped. The one that Maggie is doing, she's doing these really pretty colors. She's using uh, what is it? The cinnamon swirl cakes. I have some of those on order. The cinnamon swirl, and the one that she's doing is the I think it's mint green. It's really pretty, like greens and browns and stuff. But the difference, I modified my um, I modified this. So if y'all can see, I actually made this rectangle shape. It's hard to see, but this is my center. So rather than doing it in the square, I made a rectangle, and then here's my corners. There's one corner, and here is the other corner. And then along the side here, if I turn this, let's see, spearmint squirrel, spearmint squirrel. I'm cracking myself up this morning. So here's the side of mine. So Maggie's that she's doing is in a square. Now I'm doing wheelchair size blankets, and for those I need to do a rectangle. And I'm looking at the back. Unfortunately, I've got this, but here's the corner here, and then you can see I've done the shells along the side. So I actually have three of the bridges, whatever you want to call them, along the side to make it more of a rectangle shape. But I did the same center here as what I'm working on right now for the modern granny. So I kind of modified this, and I'm going to make another one of these. I just have to decide what yarn to do. But as I said, I did order some more of those or some of the cinnamon squirrel cakes. Swirl, not squirrel. I think uh, I know it shouldn't be this funny, guys, but I can't help it. I'm just cracking myself up. Uh, so yeah, at some point I'll do one of these, and I'll show you guys how I do my rectangle one that I modified. I have to figure out how I did it. To be honest with you, I did it on Saturday, or was it Sunday? I watched Maggie. No, I think it was Saturday. I started this blanket Saturday and I finished it Sunday. So Maggie was live Saturday. I started watching her and I'm like, all right, fine, twist my arm, because she said for 2025 the virus blanket needs to make a comeback. So I'm like, all right, I'll contribute. So anyhow, I started Saturday and I finished on Sunday. But yeah, I ordered some cinnamon swirl, not squirrel cakes, and they're supposed to come, I think, tomorrow. So now I'm gonna like use that yarn and go live, and I'm gonna call it the cinnamon squirrel cakes. And the new people that are hopping on are gonna be like, "What the heck is she talking about? What's a squirrel cake?" Wheeler and her squirrels. Gen X has a working fridge. All right. Squirrel needs to be a sub sticker, right? Not to mention, because half the time I'm crocheting and then a squirrel runs by and I get totally distracted and lose where I'm at with everything. So it's a bit nutty for a cake. Oh, stop, Advil. Y'all, I missed y'all so much. I can't believe it. I'm so glad to be back. But I did take a week and a half off. For those that are wondering where I've been, I've been sick, and You can still hear it a little bit in my voice, and as I talk more, it kind of comes out a little bit more. Uh, yes, Maggie said, "Let's bring the virus black back blanket back for 2025. Spread the word." Uh, I know Anvil said, "I can't help you make it so easy for me." I know I totally teed it up, right? I want to live with a cinnamon squirrel. That song ran through my head. Is that really a song? Susie said I was worried about you. Susie, I'll tell you, I was a little worried about myself. Um, it just it I got my husband got sick and then he brought it home, and I don't think I'm very susceptible to bronchitis. I've had that a lot in the past, and I've had pneumonia a couple times, and so when it moves down into my chest, the congestion, um, it gets a little worrisome. I do have a breathing machine, and I am doing better. But all of last week, I'll tell you, I couldn't like crochet. I could crochet, but I couldn't like try to explain what I was doing, or honestly, guys, I couldn't make a coherent thought in my head. I was pretty sick, and I would work a few hours at work, and then I would go and lay down, and then I would go and do some more work. I work from home for my 9 to 5. I work remote, and so anyhow, I just was not able to come live. I just didn't think it would be the wise move. Not to mention, I was constantly coughing and just so congested. And so it just didn't make a lot of sense. And so I just opted to not go live. And I know a lot of you DM'd me and checked on me. And I got so much love on the Discord. I really appreciate all of you like checking in on me. And I really did miss. I really did miss all of you. It was very weird not to be live, and you guys are a part of my life now. So when I don't hear what's going on and what you're making and how work is and how the weather is and all that stuff, I just thought, oh, it's weird, you know. Oh, gift goal met. Thank you, Anvil. Wow, thank you guys, everybody, so much for the gifts this morning. I really appreciate that. So anyhow, guys, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad. I still am not completely 100%, but overall, I'm so much better. And so I am glad to be back. I did make a lot of projects while I was off the live. Um, what will you do when TikTok goes dark again? For those that don't know, I am live on TikTok and YouTube every day that I go live. If you're not following me over on YT, my handle is Wheeler8Acres. And we have people watching me this morning on YouTube and on TikTok. And so feel free to follow me over there. And then the nice thing about being on YouTube is you can go back and rewatch the live. Now, today I'm not really doing a lot of explaining about stitches and stuff. I'm working on a modern granny is the project that I'm working on this morning. It is wheelchair size. So I started here in the middle with a rectangle, and I'm going to start a new one of these on Thursday and show you guys from the beginning how I did this. But my other live events, you can go back and rewatch those on my YouTube. And so um, when you're looking for my videos, there's a few tabs under my profile. There's videos, then there is shorts, and then there's another tab that says live. Make sure you click on the live tab. That is where a lot of my videos are. Now, guys, they're not formal. Oh, Joan, thank you so much for the heart hands. Appreciate that. Um, they're not like formal tutorials, right? They're just me rambling and talking about my dog and my squirrels, and but I do talk a lot about stitches. So, people do rewatch them and learn from them. Um and you can pause them and slow them down and everything, but it is not like a formal clinical to uh, video of how to do something. Now, on the videos tab, there are some of those, and on my TikTok, there are some of those as well. For a wheelchair size, I try to keep it 35 by 45. And this one, I'm not sure where I'm at right now. If I measure this, we can kind of see where I'm at. Diesel also got a hold of my tape measure. So right now I'm at 21 inches wide, and I need to bring that to 35. I probably won't work on this blanket anymore on the live, but I've got about, that much more to crochet for this. And then, so 35 wide and then 45 long is kind of the best part, best size for a wheelchair size. So one of the things I do when I do my modern granny, and everybody has kind of a differing opinion on this, I slip stitch here as I'm ending my row here. Okay, some people will finish with a slip stitch right here, and that will be where they end their stitches. I do mine a little different in that I slip stitch over to the corner. There is no rules on this, okay? But this is how I learned from my grandma, okay? She taught me when I work on granny squares, you always work in this corner. And so that is just kind of ingrained into me. Now, one thing a lot of people will do is they'll actually turn their work over and they'll work from the back, working in the other direction as they're doing their chain. Again, this is not something that I do for that, okay? I always work the same direction. And the way that I do this is I start my corner with a single crochet, then I chain 3, and then right back down into this space I do a single crochet. So that is I'm off the screen here. It would help if I get on the screen, I suppose. Hang on. I must have bumped the camera. So you can see here, that is my new corner that I just am making. So my next color is going to be this black. You can see how the black was worked here. I'll work my black into that corner. Now I do a chain of 3, 1, 2, 3. I skip over these 3 stitches and I go right into this space and I do a single crochet. That single crochet tacks it down, and now I've made my new little space. And then chain 3. And now I'm going to hop all the way over here and again do my single crochet. So I'm going to work this chain structure all the way around. And this is how the modern granny is worked. So basically you can kind of see it here. Do you see how the turquoise, those black stitches are worked into that chain? And it just makes it have a little different look than a normal granny square. Now for a normal granny square, you wouldn't make this chain structure, right? I would, let's just pretend, we would be coming over here and into this space, we would be working our 3 double crochets. Then I would skip all the way over into the next space and again do my 3 double crochets. So traditionally, as you look at a granny square, you will see that we have these 3 stitches in between. The difference with the modern granny, if you can kind of see it here, is they're actually stacked on top of each other. So it gives it a different look rather than going in between. You have 1, 2, 3 kind of stacked up, and it just gives it a whole different look and feel to a traditional granny. I really like how it looks. It takes a little bit of time to go around and do this chain, but it really doesn't take that much time that it's a noticeable difference. And so basically, instead of doing our granny stitches here, we just do our chain of 3, hop over to this space, do your single crochet, and then chain 3, and again hop over to this space and do your single crochet. So again, we're just setting up this foundation row, this foundation chain, so that we can then stack these on top of each other. So anyhow, that is how I do it. Anvil says I really like the stacked look much better. I do too. I've made a lot of granny blankets in my life, mostly granny squares, but I really like the look of this. And like I said, if we look at it on some different colors here, you can see how those. Do you see how they stack on top of each other? It just looks. It gives it like this whole other effect. But it's really an easy project to do. Let's see. Sorry, let me. Did everybody figure out the YouTube? I know there was a lot of questions about that. My handle is Wheeler8Acres, so definitely check that out if you want to get over on the YouTube. Let's see. TikTok is never consistent on notifications. I don't know why it does that. It is that way for me too. The people that I follow, sometimes I don't get the notifications when they go live. Now, with TikTok, you have to make sure you have your bell turned on. But I will tell you, for me personally, there are creators that I have it set to all notifications, and half the time I don't get the notifications. It's really kind of annoying. And so my schedule for going live is every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30 a.m. Central Time. And I do make a live event schedule. So if you click on my bio or my profile over on TikTok, also on YouTube, like today when I get off the live, I'm going to make the schedule for Wednesday and Thursday events on both YouTube and on TikTok. What you can do is you can actually click on those events and you can register as a guest. I know some people do that because like this morning on TikTok, I was able to see that there was 15 people registered for the TikTok live this morning. And so if you do that, that will all, you can set again another level of notification that when I go live for that event, it will notify you. So you do have that option as well. Same thing with YouTube. You can click on the pre-made event that I've made and set a reminder that it will notify you. Now, with YouTube, sometimes the events get a little wonky. So this morning, I tried to go live with the event that I had scheduled, and it didn't take. It's these apps sometimes they are finicky and it's sometimes out of my control. So I just had to make a whole new event this morning rather than the one that was already created. It's kind of stupid. So, anyhow, I really do try to put the information out there and let you all know what's coming up. But the schedule, if you are a new follower, is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30, and I stay on typically until 9:30. Okay, so now here we are over to the corner. I just finished our last grouping of three. Excuse me, guys. I'm getting a little hoarse. I might have to hop off at 9 today just because I feel like my voice is starting to go a little bit. Into the corner here, I do my single crochet. Then I chain 3. And then I go right back in and do my single crochet. Now, sometimes people will do differing chain amounts in the corner. I've seen some people do 2. Um, it doesn't really matter. However, you feel comfortable doing that is totally fine. Like I said, there are so many videos of this on YouTube. If you guys want to know how to make the modern granny, all you have to do is go over to YouTube. You could probably Google it as well. And there are so many different tutorials. Now, there is one that I posted on the link tree that I watched, and I'm sorry, my brain's a little fuzzy. I don't even remember who I watched make it. Okay, when I first learned, um, but I do like that video that I shared. I do my center a little different, and then I do a single crochet after I have done excuse me, after I have done my chain. Okay. And I'm going to make a new one of those on Thursday. I've had a number of people reach out and ask me how I do my very center. So, what I'm talking about is because I do a rectangle, not a square, because I'm making wheelchair size, I'm talking about how I make this very beginning. So, a lot of times when you see the modern granny, in a rectangle specifically, this will be a single chain. I do a chain, then I come back and do my single crochet. And that makes this a little bit more sturdy in the center. So I'm going to start one of these from scratch on Thursday. Sorry, let me get a drink here. Sorry, y'all. My cough is coming back. As a lot of you know, I haven't been on for like the last week and a half because I've been sick. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to hop off because my voice is going. Yes, Sheila, it's a chain with a single crochet. It just makes it a little bit thicker in the middle. So if you want to make one of these, like I said, I'll show it from scratch. That way we'll have a video of it. But for me, to make a wheelchair size, I chained 36. Then when I got to the end here, I chained one, and that way it became a turning chain. And then I did a single crochet back into each one of this stitch. Okay. And so that's how I started that. And then when I got to the end, then I chained three, and then into that very last stitch, I did my chain three plus two double crochets, chain two. Then I did my three double crochets, and then I skipped two, and then I did my three cluster. And so a lot of the modern granny squares, guys, is not a rectangle; it's a square blanket. I'm making wheelchair size. My end size that I am looking for is 35 by 45. And so in order to achieve that size, you can't do a square center. You have to do a rectangle center. That's what I'm going to show on Thursday, and we'll start a new blanket. Once you have this kind of rectangle shape, this is my favorite way to start a blanket. You can see I incorporated that in. And this is the fiber spider blanket, the virus blanket. But you can see it here in the light blue, the same concept. I still did my chain, and then I turned back and I did the single crochet into that chain. And then once I got here, you can see right here, here is my chain of three. And then I did the end. And then I worked these back and around. And that is how I made my center. So, yeah, if I turn it sideways, I'm trying to get it to show on screen. It's really hard because but this is what it looks like. So here's the very end, right here. Here's an end, and then you can see here's the middle, and then it just has these going off of it. Sometimes you can do a different center. It kind of, to me, looks more like a caterpillar. And I don't really like the look of that. I really like the look of this. So there's the blue one. This one was black. It's hard to see. Here is the here's the burgundy. Yeah, it's kind of like a Celtic cross, I think. It definitely looks like that. Here's an ombre blanket that I did. Same thing. It started out here with the burgundy wine color, but here's the very end. Again, you can see um, how those, instead of just having a very thin chain here, it's wider. And so I really like the look of that a lot better. So I'll show you guys that on Thursday. I've got to pick out the yarn I'm going to use and everything. Um, guys, I am losing my voice this morning, and so I'm going to hop off before it gets much worse. I'm sorry to cut y'all a little short today. I am just getting over a cold. But guys, I hope you all have a fabulous day. I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad to see all of you and just kind of catch up and hear all your projects. I hope everybody has a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you, moderators, for being here. Shout out to Anvil and Gen X for helping me this morning with the live. I really appreciate it. And thank you to each and every one of you that sent gifts and so excited for the subscriber giveaway for March to have that. Thank you to all the subscribers. Have a great day. I hope to feel better. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.